Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day as per usual. And this is going to be the Tuesday update for GameStop. Again, do this analysis every week on Tuesday and Thursday. And again, this is the update. I actually had a lot of people message me individually on my last post, and I know it wasn't news that a lot of you wanted to hear, but again, you know, my forecast was that it's not that my forecast, it's just what the count is, right? And I'm just telling you guys what the market is doing and what I'm seeing on the what the waves are doing in the market. And so far, I told you once we invalidated the previous low, it opened the door for a significant amount of downside. And that's what we're getting right now. Since then, we've dropped 11%. It's not what I want, right? We all want the price to go up, but it's just not what the chart says right now. And what the chart's saying is that, we still have a little bit more downside to come here. Correction could be coming to an end, right? It could truncate. It could, morph into something else. And when the chart does something else, you have to accept it and move on and just leave your bias out the door. I know we're all biased towards the upside. I'm biased towards the upside. I have stock in GameStop. I want this thing to go up as much as you guys, right? And I have a new target, right? Of course. And people like to say the targets never work. They never work, right? According to the naysayers. But hey, my targets work, and it's not to say that I'm always right. I have invalidations. I had a buy set up here. We bounced. It worked. But we only got 3 waves up, which most likely means if we can't get another 5th wave, that this is a corrective move. I tried to play it as bullish as I could to give you guys a count where if the low held, we had a 1-2 setup, and it just wasn't it. And now we're headed down. The target is down to $20 and between $18.54. God help us if we break this low. Obviously, that's going to open up the possibilities of us going even lower. But for now, this is the target we have on hand. I'm going to be accumulating a significant amount more once we get into this area. Again, this is just what I'm seeing. This is what the targets and the charts are telling me. And I'm just telling you guys what the market is doing, right? We got double corrections all over the place. It's going fucking bananas. And the markets continue to tumble, right? And this is having a big effect on GameStop. I don't, again, this is another fact of the market when, rising tide lift all boats. But if the boats, if the tide is swallowing up all the boats and it's sinking, it's going to push GameStop down naturally. Now we're getting some bounces, some nice bounces here and there. We want to take a look at the daily cycle, of course. And again, this is to show you that we had a nice cycle break last time right here, right? This is where I was getting all those dip buy signals, and I was getting into some big long positions around $20, and we rode it up, and we took, we made some money along the way. And we broke the daily cycle towards it, right? You can see when we broke this right here, breakout, came down, price came down, but held above the RSI breakout. As long as we didn't come, I get it was okay. And then we started to take off, and then this dip buy signal was like, hey man, we're in a dip buy area, we're retesting the RSI breakout. Like this is a go time. It's got to be go time now, and go time it was. That was our first wave up. First wave up, beautiful. Ended with bearish divergence. That's exactly what you want to see in a wave 1. If it ended with no divergence, that's 3 waves up. It's very bearish. But thank God we ended with 5 waves up, which means we're getting 3 waves down, right? And we're getting more than 3 waves. We're doing a complex correction, a series of 3 waves downs. Maybe a whole jumble of letters and lines here to you guys, but to me, it's much more clear. Obviously, if you don't know how to chart Elliot wave, it's much more complicated. But this is what I see. Now we need to erase divergence on the daily time frame, so the price does need to come lower and take out this RSI. If we could take that out and erase it, that's perfect. you can, you can call the low in. If it comes down in a big gap down and it sells off into this area and you see divergence being erased, there you go. The C leg is done. The wave 2 is going to end at any moment, hopefully, and then you should see some reaction from this level here. A 4-hour time frame, same situation. Now we got really close to taking out this RSI. We almost got to it, but it looks like we're gonna flounder around, chop around here for a bit. If it could just go down like this, that's perfect. Maybe we don't have to do this ABC and the correction can be over, but maybe it's gonna chop around here for a bit, extend the correction. We'll have to see, right? Let's take a look at wave edge. Again, now we're diving into the analysis on wave edge. So right now you can see we have more bearish dual band strength index on numbers, although not as bearish. 11 and then -2 on the dual band strength index. You could see the money flow, right? Nice. It's curving. It's nice and round, right? You want to see, this is kind of exactly what you want to see. Nice curvature, and then hopefully the momentum waves have a tight, rebound up, something like that. So that's exactly what we're going to be looking for on the weekly time frame. Obviously, it's going to take a lot of time to develop, but it's going to be, we just got to be patient with it. Daily time frame, you are in red money flow. You are getting bearish dual band strength index numbers, -4 on the last candle. So again, showing that capitulation is in play. And again, yellow cross manipulation is in play. There is manipulation in the price. They are pushing it down on purpose. They are pushing the price down, making it go lower by force. They probably shouldn't go down. There's no reason the stock should go down, but they're pushing it. Their shorts are taking advantage of the current situation that we are in the market, and they're playing games. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now. So there's probably a little bit more downside. And then we got anything new on the monthly? The monthly, you got a red dot. So the monthly, you got a red dot. Right, very interesting. You have a red dot on the monthly time frame, but you got green money flow. We're back. We got green money flow. That's what we wanted to see. When was the last time we got green money flow and a red dot? Right here. It didn't really amount to much because I had already pumped from $4 to $13. So I don't really know on the monthly, but I don't really try to look for how do I say, like patterns like that. I forget what it's called. You try to overlay patterns over one another and try to mimic it. But anyways, let's take a look at wave edge to see if anything new has appeared on wave edge. So we'll start to take a look at that weekly time frame. Nothing new on the weekly, nothing really emerging to me that's really interesting. Daily time frame, we could also take a look at the 4-day and the 3-day, stuff like that. 4-day, some green cross right there, so it's pretty interesting. 3-day and the 2-day, nothing new there. Daily time frame, nothing new as well. Wow, it's been a pretty lackluster week here. Okay, so 4-hour time frame, you're starting to see some significant buying again. Dip buyers are coming in. That's nice to see. Really nice to see, especially that we are getting close to my target area. And just because I have an area down here, guys, doesn't mean it has to hit. It don't have to hit there, but it is what the fibs are targeting, right? And I'll give you an example. I'll give you some examples at the end of this video. If you manage to watch through this whole thing, I'll give you some examples. But then the 1-hour time frame, you're seeing some more buying, so it's good. It's good that you're seeing dip buyers come in and they're buying it. They're buying the stock, right? The worst thing to see is the stock falling, right, in a dramatic fashion, and you're seeing no buyers. It's terrible. That's just that means like this thing it's got much further to go before you're seeing any significant interest. And I was looking at GameStop on the smaller time frames, 15-minute. Again, more dip buyers coming in, hitting some order blocks. So that's nice to see that you are hitting some nice little order blocks there. 4-hour time frame showing a big order block down here at $20, right around where my area is. And I mean, I'm just gonna wait to see if it hits. If it doesn't hit, let's say, hey, well, at least we're already in GameStop, and we're gonna the count is showing that we're inside of this corrective wave 2. Okay, so I'll give you guys a bit of an example here of how target areas can work to your advantage. Just real quick, just very quick. And also when the chart is showing a hard stop, like a hard invalidation, you have to respect it, because sometimes it can end up like this Tesla chart here, right? Where I had another buy area, right? We had a buy area in around here, or something like that, or right here, probably right around this $20 area or 320 area, and we bought the dip, right? We bought the dip here. Me and my group, we bought the dip, and we had a nice little rally, right? But it didn't really amount to anything, right? It started rolling over. Then you took out the low. You took out the low, you bounced, right? You bounced. People are like double bottom, double bottom. Took out the low. To me, that's it. I'm out. I'm out. I don't want to be in this stock right now. I'll buy back later if it took out the low. Look what happened. Massive sell-off in not GameStop, Tesla. And Tesla came down to 32%, right? Another good example was AMD. AMD have been charting this for a while. Even gave like short-term trades, right? They had a nice little sell area here, came into it, and you sold off, right? AMD's one been charting for a long time, and you had some nice sell areas here, right? ABC, boom, nice target area hit, big rejection. Another one here, big rejection, and it evolved into something else, right? Expanded, and then you had another rejection here. So again, 3 beautiful target areas being hit. Now AMD is in a big long-term accumulation zone. So this is where I'm very interested in starting accumulating AMD. For those of you who are interested in AMD, it's not to say that this is about AMD. Just give you guys examples on how I trade, how I accumulate positions for the long term, and get ready for big moves higher, right? So the same will apply to GameStop, right? I don't care. I don't know what the news is going to be or what's going to happen, but here, once we get into this area and we see a daily RSI break on a daily cycle break, then that should mark the low, and we should see some upside. And again, it's going to require patience, right? We hit the low here, we got the RSI break here, but we didn't break out right away, right? We saw this big break. We didn't impulse, right? From this point when we broke out of the daily cycle, we didn't really see that big surge until 60 days later, right? Another 2 months. Like people at that point, people are like, they've given up. If it's not the same day that he said it's gonna break out, I'm not holding the stock, or I'm not. His analysis is wrong. You gotta think bigger picture. Anyways, that's what I have for you guys tonight. Have a wonderful evening. Hopefully the markets can bounce on CPI tomorrow. But of course, what's been going on lately is that they pump the futures overnight, they gap it up in the morning, and they sell into it. So hoping that retailers FOMO buy, and they unload their positions onto retail. Unfortunately, seems to be the what's it called, the strategy right now. And I haven't been in any positions for the last 2 to 3 weeks. I've emptied almost everything into cash. Just holding and watching the market fall is my strategy right now. All right, have a wonderful evening. Continue to accumulate GameStop over time, and hopefully this move will happen. Peace.